I'm a rookie. Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time with your lost host. That is me. How we doing? Busy night tonight. We got a couple different guests coming in. First, we're going to have Madison and Angie Key from Peace Restored in studio. And a little bit later on, we're going to have two in from Bars on Fire, I believe. Maybe. So please like and share this. There's a lot of vital information coming in tonight. So push it out to as many people as you can. Real quick, I want to thank my sponsors. Of course, we are live at JTH Construction Studio. Contact Joe for all your construction needs, 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, as wet as it's been, I guarantee you got water somewhere.
Right.
You got water? You live on a hill.
I don't.
You live on a mountain.
Yeah.
Contact Larry Ralph at 1-877-409-2857. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911 for all your real estate needs. Of course, you got Reps Fitness, which we got rivals in here tonight, so we won't go too far with that. Drink the Creek Cedar Creek concert series coming up May 7th, the first night. It's Latino night.
Can't wait.
That ought to be fun.
Yep.
We're not going. We're not going, Beth. We can't.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. We'll be
Kenny,
early.
thank you for the stars. Woohoo! Blandon Boys Lawn Care. It'll be springtime soon enough. 765-315-9656. Get a hold of Larry. Findhelp.org. Not just for money, for all sorts of things. Get a hold of Judge Williams. Look into that site. There's a lot of ways you can get help there. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Happy to have them on board. They've been a part of Morgan County, Martinsville for many, many, many years. 765-342-4339. Wellsprings, Bob Goodrum, 765-346-6661. Bob's in a hospital. Prayers to him. Hopefully he gets out of there soon. He told me, this is just a bump in the road. Nothing can keep me down. So I was like, here you go, Bob. And, of course, keeping it nice and toasty in here tonight. Stid's Comfort System, 765-346-0195. I hope I can look at that hat.
Look at that hat.
Oh, I know. And our hat, we got these cover hair up when you're having a bad hair day.
Put it back on. Put it back on.
Digital wood carver right here in town. We were over at Burrow's place the other night. All right. Please like and share. Rose, I know you love my hair. They make me wear a hat now, so. Hello, Corey. Hello, Mike. Hello, Savannah. Hello, Bill. Kenny, thank you for the stars. Never a bad day, hair day for Kevin. See, Rose is all over it. How you doing, Jennifer? Thank you, Rose. All right.
We'll see if you get a haircut by Monday when she comes in.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm getting it cut when we do Shave for the Brave, our cancer day.
That's June this year.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not look, I'm 54. I have brown hair. I'm going to enjoy it while I can.
Hey, yeah. You have more brown hair
Hello,
than I
Ann
do.
Madison. So nice you're on Kevin's program. We're happy to have her.
Hi, Betty.
Ann is the founder and director of Peace Restored. She attended Liberty University, where she's received training in trauma care, Christian counseling, coaching, crisis response, suicide prevention, and many other things. We are just happy to I could read on forever. I'm like, wait a minute, this.
Yeah, there's a little bit there.
Yeah. I will let her go more into that. So we're happy to have you aboard tonight, Ann. And you've been on before, but if you could kind of rehash what all you do and what you're in for tonight.
Yeah, of course. So I'm glad that you have us back, and I'm excited to have Angie with us here tonight, and everybody get to meet her and hear about what she does with us with Peace Restored. But Peace Restored, we are a non-for-profit located in Morgan County, and we work with women that have been through a variety of difficult life experiences, and we do that, and we support those women by offering counseling, support groups, and educational classes. Everything we do is donation-based, which allows us to meet them where they're at. And and we really focus on three kind of what we call umbrella areas of care, which are trauma, abuse, and grief. That's really kind of encapsulates what we do at Peace Restored really quickly.
Caught me off guard.
I did. See,
You were based out of Mooresville, but
Yes.
you've been involved. You were involved with the cancer program last year
Yep.
at West Middle.
Yep.
And you've been on show a couple good times. When did Peace Restore first start?
Yeah, so we opened our doors in October of 2015 and started working with November of 2015. And then we started working with our first client in January of the following year. And so in that amount of time, we work with women in 10 Indiana counties, 7 states, and 4 countries.
4 countries?
Countries.
Now, how do you have satellite offices or?
We don't. Everything's here in Mooresville.
Really?
Yeah.
4 countries. Now, how do you work that? Zoom call or?
Yeah, we do the work with the people from other countries. They find us over social media, and then believe it or not, their friends, once they meet us and learn about us as an organization, they refer their friends from the other countries to work with us. So we have women that we worked with in France, Fiji, Uganda, Canada.
That's incredible.
We've had people reach out to us far away as South America. So yeah, people find us. There's a huge need for the work that we do, and there's a huge hunger for places such as ours.
Yeah. How many people are involved with your program? Actually work for
us. We just brought on our 8th staff person today. And so she just started her training today. So we're excited to have her on board. And we just brought on a receptionist. And so we have a total of 8 people working on staff with us.
Can I ask you, where are you located at up in Mooresville?
Sure. We're at 460 St. Clair Street. Well, 480 and 460 St. Clair Street. So we have 2 buildings there. And one building is our counseling center, and the other building is where we do our classes and support groups. And then we also have a store in there, which I'm sure we'll get to later.
Right, you have some goods you've brought in, and we want
just a few things.
We want to show people all those, and we're going to work our way through here and get to those. What was you started it, you created it. Can you what led you down that path?
What was that catalyst, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty transparent with So I have a story. I have my own trauma story, is what I like to tell people that I've come out of. And as I was walking through that journey, it really came obvious to me that there was no place that provided counseling and support for people that have gone through trauma or some type of abuse, whether it's past or present, but also combined faith, because for me, faith is very important. And so that's really was kind of the precipitus for what I do. I really spent kind of a couple of years traveling around the state of Indiana, meeting with different nonprofits and said, what works, what doesn't work, but not just with the organizational leaders. I met with the people who attend who attended there or received services where, and asked them what they liked and didn't like. And that's really helped us formulate this idea of Peace Restored. So it was really, like I said, birthed out of my own experience, but then, through my experience of going back to school and then meeting with different organizations and entities and seeing what really is the gap in services and how can we fill that to meet the needs for women in our communities.
I think it's a wonderful thing. If someone watching this show tonight wanted to get a hold of you, how would they go about that way? And is it just, I know discretion is huge.
Yeah.
What's the easiest way? Phone number, email to get a hold of you?
Absolutely. So probably the best way is if they want to call our office. They can actually call or text our office. Our office lines are you can text them. And so the phone number is 317-361-5281. If they do text that number, just keep in mind that we don't respond to that except for during business hours. So it's not a crisis line, but it is a line where you can call. And as soon as our office opens, our staff sees that message and we respond as soon as we get it. They can also email us at info@peacerestored.net, and that's our general email box. And then once that comes in, it'll be sent out to the appropriate person to get them scheduled.
And are there requirements?
They have to be a woman.
Okay, that's
an adult female. That's it. We do not go through like a screening for income or anything like that. We do what we call a donation-based organization. So what that means is people get to come to us and they pay what they can, because counseling services and the services we provide are really out of the reach for even people in the middle income. Most people don't realize the cost of counseling in the state of Indiana right now is between $125 to $150 an hour. So
I need to start up my rate.
Right? Right? So could you imagine if you need to go to counseling twice a month for a year? Yeah. Wow. It's the number one reason why people stop going to counseling or don't go to counseling is cost.
Right. In a lot of them, just reading down through here and looking at some of your notes, they're in the time of their life when something has went drastically wrong. Income is probably gone, And the last thing they're worried about is how am I going to pay for counseling to get through this? I've got family I've got to attend to, and I've got to focus.
Yeah.
And at that point in time in your life, there's only one thing is like how and why,
Yeah.
pretty much for all of us.
And that could absolutely be the case if they're currently in that. But it could also be someone who maybe they're in middle income America. And like I said, $300 a month out of the average person's budget is a lot. I mean, you can't sustain that. I mean,
Right.
I mean, not many people can for a year, 2 years, because our average client is with us for about 2 years.
I was going to ask, how what's the average length, and do you have people that stick with you through it all and just keep reaching out?
Yeah, we do. Like I said, most clients will stay with us for up to 2 years. Right now, we have about 100 women that are on our client rolls.
Wow. It could probably be 100,000 very easily.
Yeah. We really are at capacity. You know, we continually strive to be able to meet everybody where they're at and continue to provide services. But for us we need to be able to expand our staff. We really do. Even though we're at 8, it's just not enough to meet the need for what's out there.
Have you seen an uptick in people reaching out to you since the coronavirus and all that started up?
Yeah. So pre-COVID, we had 2 people on staff. We now have 8 people on staff.
Right.
And our numbers just continue to grow. I think the year after COVID, we saw a 65% increase in services. 65%.
See, I worry about, and it kind of all ties together, what you're doing in your area, I should say. We've had people, the drug-related side of life in here. And to a man, I've had 50 shows on this, and every one of them, there needs to be something between A and B. And there are a few, like IDT, we're going to have them back in here soon. Wonderful people. And they do a great cause. But even some of those guys say there needs to be something there on everything. And now with what's going on with our kids that have been through this, there almost has to be something like this awaiting them over the next 3 or 4 years.
And even like once they graduate from those programs, there needs to be a next step. Right? Because when you finish those programs, where do you go? Right. You just kind of go thrust back out into the world and like here, just hopefully you continue to make it. But a lot of times we see that recycling. Right.
Because a lot of them, especially I look at like I have one that thankfully I think she's going to get to walk the stage this year at IU. But there's some kids that did not get to have a prom, did not get to walk the stage of high school. And, you know, now they're sophomores in college or right around there. If this goes on another couple years, they're not going to experience that. And these are vital times and things that they're going to remember forever. And then you go down in grades. These are grades or ages where kids are just learning, developing, and you took all the social skills out of life. You took everything away from them like that. And I'm afraid at some point in time, that's going to bite everybody in the rear end if we don't somehow rectify that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not talking political. I'm just saying this is real life stuff here.
Yeah.
And it's in the same realm of what you do. Trauma is trauma, no matter what you. Well,
and I think trauma is that word that's scary to people. And so when we hear the word trauma, we're like, oh, that's not me. But I'm telling you, so many more people have experienced trauma or been through some type of abusive situation, whether it's past or present, and they hold on to that. And one of the things I like to say with the women we work with is you need to deal with your stuff or your stuff's going to deal with you.
Right.
You know, and so we really need to give people a space to work that out. Because what also happens is if we aren't helping these women, moms, whatever they are, sisters, wives, work out their trauma, what happens is that trauma is passed on to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. And so this isn't just about helping women in our community. This is about changing the dynamics of our communities. Because if we can't start changing the way that we behave and respond and the different patterns that are happening, we're just going to continue to see the same thing happening over and over again. It's not going to get better.
Right.
You know, so that's why we do the work that we do.
And you have 8 individuals working with you?
Yes.
And one of them happens to be this young lady sitting next to me.
I know. She's a special lady.
Angela?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Angie?
Either one.
Angie Key?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, please, and how you came to Peace Restore and what all you do there.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but about 10 and a half years ago, I lost my husband suddenly at a workplace accident. my daughter, when you were talking about, kids losing their proms, and my daughter graduated in 2020. She did not get her prom. They did walk the stage, but it was 2 months later. They
Right.
graduated in July. Then in July, we had her graduation, her party, and then she was in college 3 weeks later. So just kind of fast forward. We were always busy with soccer. She was a year-round soccer player, really good little soccer player, and so we were always busy with soccer. But I just had, I think it was, I know it was God-given. I just had this, this idea come to me of putting together widows bags and children's bags, because when Kirk had passed, I'm from Mooresville. I've lived in Mooresville my entire life. I've got a big family from there. So, so when Kirk passed, I had a lot of people show up, at his services, and people gave us stuff, lots of stuff. And so, but I just had this vision of giving out bags to ladies who had just lost their husbands and any children. But I just didn't know, how to bridge that gap between me having the bags and this stuff for them, but getting it actually to the women. I didn't want to crash funerals.
Yeah. Surprise!
Yeah. Hi, you don't know me, but here's
Avon
a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So I went through the Morgan County Foundation, because I was thinking about to set up my own fund, and I was directed to Ann. And so the exchange of emails happened, and so we started emailing each other, and we met in March or April 2017.
You are so much better at these dates than I. Yeah. Go.
But we met, and we hit it right off, and choose, I never even thought about doing a widows group, and because I had been in a couple widows groups, but I was 43 when my husband passed. And so these widows groups I was going to, they were beautiful, wonderful Christian women, but they were like grandma's age, just didn't have a whole lot in common. And so I really wanted that community, to be around women who got what I was feeling and going through. And so when I met Ann, we started this, the widows program part of Peace Restored. And we started that summer meeting with local churches and funeral homes, and started trying to get people involved. And in October 2017 we started the widows group. So we kind of laugh about, because we had one lady show up in October. November, nobody. So her and I sat and we're like, okay, well,
Me and Angie. It's great. Just kept coming.
Yeah,
We kept coming back every month.
we did. And then
Now, did they? I'm not trying to make jokes, but did those first participants, did they get married? Did they or did they just decide not to come? Or
The first one's still with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She did come back in
you
December.
kind of cut it off there,
Yeah.
like, they didn't show up. They got married.
No,
Whatever.
no,
What happened?
she's
We
actually
need to know.
still with us.
Mhm.
She was at we just had our group last night. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, you got groups for everything under the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Divorce and
Yeah.
and you name it. And this is certainly
Yeah.
a noble cause.
Yeah.
yes, and it's my view was, I couldn't find a group, so we started a group.
We did. Yeah.
And it's been, and we've got ages from late 20s up into right at the 80 mark.
Really.
And but the about the median age is around 50, 55 probably.
Yeah, I say that's probably one of the things people don't realize, that according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average age for widowhood in the United States is 55.
So men are dying right around 55.
So
what
yeah,
you're
I mean
saying.
that's. I mean,
This
yes.
is news I don't need to want to hear.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
May's
understand.
coming, and that'll be double nickel
Yeah.
for me. And I'm like, I got a window now.
Right.
If I can get past 55, I'm probably
You know
good
you're
shape.
golden, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying that the thing that people don't realize, that this is such a need, and it's such one of those things that just get missed
Right.
because we just don't. Unfortunately, we don't see the widows, and I hate to say that, we don't. We see the young people, and we go, "Oh, they're going to get remarried. They'll be fine. It'll be okay." There's places for widows to go, but like Angie said, they're mostly the grandmas, the 80-year-old ladies that are meeting together. They're great. They're sweet. They're wonderful. but there's no place to go for what we call it the Young Widows Club is what we call our group. So it's the Young Widows Club. So the average age is around 50, and they just do such a great job. But what I got out on the table here is what we do when they come to meet with us is we do give them a care package. So I brought a sample of the items that we give out. So
I think it's important. People communicate. God gave us the ability to talk and communicate, whether it be verbal, nonverbal, whatever. And when the person you're with and you've communicated the most with over your life goes away, then you lose that. It's a wonderful group. I became a widow 1.5 years. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Jeremy. I think no matter what age, you have to communicate it in. Not only widows, but divorcees and all that. I think that is something that it gets lost in the shuffle, and it all deals with mental health. You got to have somebody to bounce stuff off with,
so
and
important.
we try to gravitate to people our own age, but sometimes that doesn't matter. As long as there's an ear and a voice on the other end. You guys are doing great work. All right, so you care packages. Let's
so the
see.
care package is what happens when the ladies come to us. The first time we meet with them, our goal is we give them and their kids each a care package.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so if somebody's interested in helping us out with these, they can actually go to our website, and there's a link under the oh gosh, I'm going to lose it now. It's under the support groups link, and they just go in there to find the Widows Club. And then if they do that, they can then go and find those items on our Amazon wish list, and they can buy the items that we need to help out with the care packages. So here's just a sampling. So this one here is a sample that we give to the moms. So we love to give out journals. So journals is a big thing that we give out to the moms because, they're going through a lot. So a nice journal so that they can write and share their thoughts and just keep track of some things they might want to. We do adult coloring books, but I will say, please don't buy us any of these. Not that we don't want them, but we just had a generous donor give us about 300 of these.
Oh, wow.
So, which is wonderful. So if you want to help out, journals would be great. We also include things like coloring pencils. We had a local artist give us a case of their CDs, so we sometimes include those. We put books of grief in there for obvious reasons. Candles. And then I have chocolates in the bottom, so I won't pull those out because I think you guys can figure out what chocolates look like.
I need to sample.
Yeah, we
those.
might have to sample.
No, I'm teasing. No.
You're not going to take from the widows?
No. I would catch heck for that. Somebody would be like, Kenny's bound for widows.
The one that you have there,
He's
Beth,
a
I
heathen.
think on your lap
Yeah.
is, if you want to show that is the one, that's a sample of what we might give to a teen or a young, like an older child.
So if somebody wanted to purchase some of the stuff, they can contact you. They can call you and say, hey, run that list down to me again. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So we have a journal or a notebook for journaling.
Your camera's right there, Beth.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're looking. Just
Looks like it's going over my shoulder.
it's fine.
Markers.
You're actually in really good position there.
Colored pencils. Book of devotions. Coloring book. Oh, is this another?
Yeah, just another type of coloring book. Yeah.
Another cute coloring book.
So,
Very
and then, even if they're babies, we give them stuff for their babies because we do have mamas that come and they have,
Clues.
so we give them little stuffed animals. We have little board books, just different things. The older kids would get coloring books. So, we just really want to, again, meet that family where they're at.
Yeah.
We want to give them things also to know that they haven't been forgotten. They're not alone. They're special. They're valuable. They're important too.
Right.
And so we just try to really give them things that, aren't they cute? So, yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Big coloring book.
But Angie has been so great to lead this group. So we do with this group, we have a monthly group topic driven night, and then we do a monthly fellowship night on top of that. In addition to that, we do holidays celebrations. So we do a Christmas party, a Thanksgiving dinner, and then we started an annual retreat a couple of years ago. So it's a really full group. Do you want to tell them how many people we have in the group?
So on paper, I bet we've probably had about 35 women come through the group. On average, last night we had our Galentine party. That was a lot of fun. We had good food, desserts. sparkling grape juice.
Yeah.
So last night, I think we had close to 20. For our dinners, we have a really good turnout. For the regular meetings, we probably average about 15 to 18.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a really wonderful group of women. So they've blessed me way more than I could ever bless them. I can tell you that. So
Do you guys feel a bond
yes,
the minute with all that come in there?
yes,
Yeah, they're wonderful ladies.
yeah, they are.
Yeah. I mean, the ladies in the widows group, they're special, but Angie gets to interact with them the most, but I'd say all the ladies that come through our office are just special women, and you connect with them because you do spend a tremendous amount of time with them over a course of the year.
Sure.
Because, because they may come in for the widows group, but they might also come in for counseling, or they might also come to one of our classes. So that's the beauty of what we do too, is they don't have to only come and take advantage of one thing. They can take advantage of all the different things we offer.
You have a lot of things you offer on there.
Yeah.
They're very vulnerable when they come to you.
Yeah.
And you guys have been down that path.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's successful the way it is.
Yeah.
It's it's probably one of the hardest events you'll go through in your life. I think short of losing a child.
Yeah.
That is hard to fathom all in itself. And my grandparents lost 2 of their, grown adult children, in which I just don't know how they survived 1, let alone 2. But, to lose, half of your best friend, half of your heart, it's really hard. It's a really hard path. I mean, I'm 10.5 years into the journey, and I still have really hard days. Days that'll smack you in the face, but there's a lot more good days and a lot more hope, and widows group is.
I was gonna say, you guys are
part of
making a
that.
positive.
Yeah. Exactly.
From a tragedy.
And that's part of the journey, is reaching back and helping, because that helps with your healing. And that's, we talked about that last night at the meeting. That's, and I, as soon as, after Kirk had passed away, my daughter Emily and I went right into biblical counseling at our church. And one of the issues or topics she talked to us about was, at some point, reaching back and helping out, and lending a hand to people behind you. And at that point, I was probably maybe a month and a half into into the loss, and I was thinking, she is crazy. There is no way I'm ever going to be able to do that.
Right.
But here I am, because Ann and I have been together for almost 5 years. So 5 years into my journey, I was reaching back and wanting to help. So,
and we think we know what we're supposed to be doing in life and the path we're on, but then you get put on a path.
Yep.
And who knows how many people you have saved with your words and your actions. You do not know that.
yeah. And that, when Kirk passed, I didn't want his death to go unnoticed, or, not to mean anything.
Sure.
So this is, sorry.
You have made a great impact.
I was going to
with all
say,
you
I
For
made
sure.
something good out of something bad that happened
Right.
to him. So, he didn't get the privilege to see our daughter grow up, and she's an amazing young woman. She's interned at Peace
with
Restored.
us last summer. Yeah.
So
His passing has allowed you to touch the lives and the hearts of at least 30, 35, if not more.
way more.
Yeah. Because so in addition to having the groups, we do an online Facebook groups that are private, and they're not searchable.
Sure.
But once we hear of someone, we have what we call a public group, and they have a members only group. And so I don't even know how many's in those groups altogether, but we have quite a few of them that they're just again looking for that community, because I don't know of any other group out there. I could be wrong, and somebody will probably tell me, but I don't know of any other group that does the work that we do, especially with widows. It's just, not just in Indiana, but in general. I mean, I just don't know.
I was going to say, you went all the way around the globe with it. So,
yeah.
And that's amazing.
Yeah.
Kindness wins out every time.
Yes.
That's right.
People are looking for hope.
Yes.
Great job, Angie. Crystal said.
Oops, my sister.
That's her sister.
Aw. I I know that I read where you saw where you also are helping the children. Is that true? Is that oh no, that's the care
That's the
pack-
care packages, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I read that wrong.
That's okay.
Okay.
Eventually, it is a long-term goal of us as well that we
Sweet.
want to be able to do things with, be able to bring on children's services. But that is another whole level of care that we need to provide. And one of the things we pride ourselves with is we want to make sure we do things well, not just do them when we need to do them, but make sure we're ready to do them and able to handle what's going to come. Because we get asked probably on a weekly basis, what can you do to help my kids? Not just from the widowhood standpoint, but I've had moms reach out to me in the last week, said, hey, my kid was sexually abused. How can you help my kid with that? And usually my answer is, why don't you come in and let us equip you so you can work with your kid? And so that's a very common thing that happens. And eventually, I think down the road, we will have programs for kids. We just, again, I said, we're so stretched with the women that we work with. If we had kids on, we would be drowning. And I don't mean that to be negative. I want to be able to help people, but we have to know our limits. And I think that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So for the kids right now, we give out the care packages, and we do definitely refer out. There's lots of good grief programs out there that we refer them to.
What other goodies you got over there?
Oh my goodness! So
Let's see some.
Yeah, so I brought several items from our store.
You sell these
We haven't
items at
talked
your
about
store.
the store yet, right?
I know.
Yeah.
You sell the items out of your store to help raise
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, absolutely. So
For what you're doing.
our store is called Restored. Shop with a purpose, or shop for a purpose, to help women find their purpose is kind of our tagline for that. And so I brought several items, samples from our store, so people can come up and shop there.
Okay.
I'll grab some. So the things So these first things that I'm showing, I
You're
handed
good.
to you guys. We were on channel 13 earlier this year,
Wait a minute.
end of last year.
We're doing the same work as 13.
Yeah, there you go. It's same.
Identical.
I can't tell the difference.
I didn't think so.
It's just
We're
exact.
probably more professional.
Maybe. Anyways, we were on there, and there was a lady who saw us, and she does watercolor art, and so she's been painting this, and she adds them to our store. So this is one of the items, and then you have several for cards as well.
So she paints these cards.
Yeah, and then they're added in our store, and people can come and get them to help us. Help us out. It goes back. 100% of the proceeds go back to the work that we do.
Never go wrong with a light tower.
Yeah.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, this is really
Isn't it?
yeah.
And then we have another artist that works with us and does calligraphy art. So we have these items. And then there's all kinds of different phrases and stuff like that. We also have an online store that some of the items are on. We haven't figured out how to ship like glass items without breaking them. So if there's somebody that knows how to ship glass, please let me know cheaply. That's
Right.
the caveat is cheaply and safely ship the glass so we're not breaking it. I'd love to be able to ship these items because we have a bunch of things that are breakable, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows how to do it.
They're more beautiful in person, Lori says. And then Renee said, love you, Ange. These are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then of course we have our t-shirts and things like that. Oh, I should probably do these. We of course have our we have candle line, so we have all of our candles. I think last time I was here, I'm
a candle freak.
I had the
I'm a tart
smaller,
freak.
I had the bigger ones, but now we have these tiny candles, which are in tins. They're super cute.
Beth,
Here
will
you-
you get that so I can sniffy?
This one I call the man candle.
Oh.
Smell like grease and chew.
That's what it smells. No, it smells like Irish Spring. Is what I think it smells like.
I was gonna say sweaty behind and chew.
Oh God, Kevin.
That's terrible. Nobody would buy that.
Oh, I bet you they would. That does smell a lot like Irish Spring.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then there's this one. I really like the scents of the candles. They are soy based.
Yeah,
They're
I like this
natural
one.
oils.
The grapefruit mango.
They burn very clean.
Smells
Yeah.
good. I'd want to bathe in that.
You like this one?
Irish.
And we still have some of our holiday scents too. So if you're a holiday person, this one's a Christmas tree.
That smells very sweet.
But then we also have them in wax melts. So if you don't like to burn, you can melt
I do
the
the tarts,
waxes.
yeah.
So we have tons of these. I think we have only 22 cents.
Nope.
So
On that one.
not that Christmas tree, not your thing, huh?
It just like I just ran into an evergreen. Right.
Well, you know, somebody likes evergreens.
Nothing against them.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you have a fake Christmas tree, then you burn this.
Why do you got to say fake? Because you know I have fake tree. Is that it?
I have
And
a
you
fake
looked
tree,
right
too.
at me.
Yeah. Are you feeling a little
yeah.
have
feeling
a fake
cornered
tree.
about
Yeah,
the tree?
I am.
Feeling
A
pressured?
little bit.
So that's another thing. We also have our t-shirt line. But I think one of the things we're probably really excited about is we just started partnering with a local boutique. And so for women who like to shop for clothes, she has donated some of our items to us to help us. And 100% again of that goes back to support the work that we do. So here's one of the
That's cute.
dresses
Aw,
that
that's cute.
she has in our shop.
Cute.
The boutique that we partner with is called A Rose Among Thorns. And we have a bunch of different boutique items. The shirt I'm wearing is from my boutique, or from the boutique in our store. We have these really cute bracelets. They all have different phrases on them. This one says faith.
Yeah.
And then this one is fear not. So there's a bunch of different ones. I have one at home and it says worthy. Because for a long time for me, that's something I struggle with, is knowing that I was worthy of
Self-value,
anybody's. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh gosh, that was really hard for me. And so I wear that just as a reminder to remind myself when I'm having a rough day that I know I'm still worthy. And so a lot of people will buy these different things so that just because they want to remember not to worry about something, or that ties back in. Oh, we have all kinds of things. I mean,
Let me see them tarts. I'm gonna sniff on them tarts.
Oh,
That's
I
what
only
I'm.
bought some of them.
I think I bought tarts off you last time I was
You
near you.
did.
I think you did too.
I'll have to throw them.
You get it. If it's a clean linen one or something like that.
I can't get it open.
Ah.
Well, whatever the candle smells like.
Oh,
they smell
sure,
like
lots
the-
of them.
Yeah, I did. I remembered that you liked the tarts, so I brought some.
If I break it when I open it, is it just mine?
Yours for $4.50. Oh, and here's one of the t-shirts. This is our unisex t-shirt, if you will. So it fits both men and women. It has a mountain scene on it.
Not seen that one in
Yeah.
the store before. Is that?
Yeah.
I must have missed it. Is that the back or the front?
That's the front. And we designed all these in-house, so
They're very soft too.
yeah.
Very
I like that one.
And here's our, it says peace restored and a cross. So it's long sleeve. And for us, more mature ladies that would like coverage on your midsection, this is good for that.
Some of us more mature guys like our midsection covered too.
But I'm just going to say, Kevin, I really don't think this is your look.
No, probably not.
But if you want.
I'm a team player.
You're a team player.
Wait a minute, that
That's
smells.
the last one.
And then we have our own hats now, too.
Oh,
Ah,
those are cute. Yeah,
So-
that's really cute. I like
Yeah.
what's the
Which one was your favorite?
number?
Don't ask me to open all these again.
And if you don't have a scent that you like and come up and smell more, we
I was
have
gonna say I'm just have to stop at the store.
yeah, we have about 22 different scents.
I only
so-
drive through there twice a day, so
So it's really out of your way then.
all right.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah. No, but our store we keep open. Taylor, she's on staff with us. Taylor works remotely with us from Kentucky. She's our communications
Really?
director. Yeah. So
We're down in Kentucky.
she lives in Shelbyville, Kentucky.
How far is that from Mayfield and Bowling Green and all
Oh,
that?
Taylor, are you listening?
Because we took supplies down
She's-
there during the tornadoes.
Yeah, so
Seen that. It's awesome.
the weekend of the tornadoes, it was kind of ironic. I was driving down that way,
Mhm.
like I was driving into the tornado, and I didn't know the tornadoes were happening. Like I was kind of like,
Wow.
and so I was actually driving down to visit with Taylor, and yeah, and I woke up the next morning. I realized that I was driving into the tornadoes when I was almost there, and I'm just got on the phone with my husband, and yeah. Anyways,
They've had floods,
Yeah.
snowstorms, and tornadoes in the last
Yeah.
7 months.
yeah.
Mhm.
Crazy times down there.
Yeah, so I've been down to Shelbyville, Kentucky
Mhm.
a couple weeks ago, and I presented about Peace Restored down there. And
That's
so
awesome.
they've been learning about us down there, and we'll see what goes with. We'll see what happens. So,
I know a guy that does a podcast, like on a weekly show, bunch of different shows.
yeah,
I think it would behoove you to have your own show,
I think so.
to reach out to 100%.
Yeah.
I honestly do.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could spread your message quicker.
Yeah.
And to all over the world.
Yeah.
And we do a show. We're working on a show. We did 1 week of it called Hour of Hope on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And the week we did that, the next night they got hit by tornadoes, and so we already had the structure in place to gather people,
Yeah.
and that's how we got goods, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
We haven't had an Hour of Hope since then,
Yeah.
and I've got some things planned for different pastors to come in and things like that. But that's just an idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that just instantly dawned on me. Your voice could be heard
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, and your message.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clear as a bell.
Yeah.
It's just an idea.
Yeah.
It's just throwing that at
Yeah.
you.
I'm taking it in.
I know how much you hate to be in front of a mic and a camera,
No, just kidding.
but
I've definitely gotten used to the mic and the camera.
I know you've been on Channel 13 and Porch Time.
I
now.
know, and they're just like the same. It's like night and day, the same. I don't even know how
Somebody's
I
being
get confused.
facetious.
Oh goodness, it's gonna not have me back ever again. So
No, you'll probably be at our cancer thing the 5th and 6th.
of which month?
We've changed it up.
Could you pick a
June.
month of
Oh,
June? Okay.
June.
It's the
Okay.
first
Is it
weekend.
fifth and
It's
sixth?
either 4th and 5th or 5th and 6th.
I think it's 4th and 5th,
We-
right?
I don't know. We decided that, and I have no clue. But
I'm
what's
still waiting on final.
Yeah.
Proof
But
from
we're
the-
going to do the Survivors Day and
Okay.
St. Baldrick's Day on the first day. You said to do
Is that
that.
what I said? Oh yeah, that's what I said. Never mind. You're right.
You're contradicting yourself
Huh?
because the rest of the time from noon to noon, we're going to try to. The fools behind the camera here are going to try to stay on for 24 hours to raise
Yeah.
money.
We're doing a noon to
Okay.
noon.
Yeah, and just
Mm.
ask for donations
Yeah.
and maybe get supplies in and sell off.
Oh.
And all of it, every penny's going to Children's Cancer Research
Oh,
or St.
that's great.
Baldrick's or whatever. But we know that you set up.
Yep,
last
we
year.
did.
Was
So
that
give-
last year? Or
It
the
was
year before?
Last year.
last
Yeah,
year.
we've only done it once.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, summers and winters have zipped.
Everything's
the last 2
blending
years.
together.
Yeah.
Last couple of years. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, just get me the dates. I need to get things on my calendar early. So 'cause
Be
we're
careful tonight,
already
it's sleeting.
yeah, we'll be
South side
careful.
of Martinsville.
Okay, we will. Thank you for that.
Somebody else
So
was
yeah, so if anybody wants to come shop, they just need to come to our store. We have the store open during our regular business
One of my best
hours.
friends.
I know she has so many people that love her.
Aw.
She's
because
pop-
you're in the right place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my. I've known her since probably
Not my color.
8th grade.
Not your color.
Wow.
Charlotte, love you, Charlotte.
And this is another one of these shows where I always hear people, and I'm not just making this up, nowhere to volunteer, nowhere to do
Mhm.
anything, nowhere to shop with meaning.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yep.
Another
Right.
very simple way you could
Mm.
help be a part of something. I'm pretty sure you don't have to be a widow if you want to just
No.
come volunteer.
No,
Nope.
one, it's so much more than widowhood too
Ye-
that we work with.
yes.
So widowhood
Trauma
is
is
just
trauma. Yeah.
widowhood is just a small part of what we do.
So this is God's work in my eyes because you guys are
Mm.
touching the hearts of those that need it the most.
Yeah.
I'll mess the phrase up, but when you lose a loved one or when someone passes in your family, the pain then comes to those that live,
Mm.
and then that's parents have been
Yeah.
there, so
Mhm.
we understand that,
Yeah.
and you guys are there for them.
Well.
That's magnificent.
So what do you have coming up? Any
So-
events planned or
So our next, we have another pop-up shop in March. So that means the pop-up shop, basically what that means is, sorry, I ran into the mic, is that,
Those are-
surprised me. Like, there's Mike. Is the
Who put that there?
I know.
I
You would
bet you
think.
didn't do that on 13.
I bet I
I'm just
did.
saying.
I know. Somebody held the mic for me on that one.
Right? I'm
Just kidding.
walking into everything.
Anyways, oh goodness. So the next event we have coming up is the pop-up shop. It'll be on March, I want to say the 13th. I should have the date at the
That's a
top of my head.
Saturday,
It's a
isn't it?
Saturday.
Yeah.
And if they can check our website and our Facebook page, and I'll have the information. But it just basically means our boutique partner is going to be there, and it's a special day that we're doing it because normally the store is only open when we're there operating during Monday through Thursday, and so that's a special day. People can come out on Saturdays and just be able to have a good day to shop. I think one of the neat things about our store too that people can think about is as that store grows, it's going to be a place to where we can actually employ some of our clients.
Awesome.
So the more you shop, the bigger we get, and the bigger that shop gets, the more people we can employ that come through our doors that need services. So there's a multi-layer purpose for that store. It's not just to build us revenue, it's so we can just continue to help even more. So something to think about.
Do you guys set up during the farmer's market up there?
We did, but we're not this year because now that we have our permanent location.
Okay.
We're
It just hit me. I remember seeing it.
we
I think
did.
you set up down here once or
We
twice.
did. We did
Yeah.
it both. We would go back and forth between both farmers markets. We did that before we had our permanent location. Now that we have that store, we're really just trying to encourage people to come to our location, shop, and help
What is
us
that
out.
address one more time?
That one is 460 St. Clair Street.
460 St. Clair
Mhm.
Street. Okay.
Yep.
And if I'm driving through there, let's say 5:30ish, you'll be open.
On a Monday and a Thursday, we would be. Mondays and Thursdays are our late days. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we try to leave by 4.
I may pop in there and go live. You never know.
Well, that'd be fine. I can roll with it.
Channel 13. I mean, hey, I'll have to call you back. I'm on air.
Oh, goodness.
Don't bounce back on me there. Anyway,
So, yeah. Oh, goodness.
but I'll stop in there one
Yeah.
of these nights
That'd be good.
and go live and check out your facility and buy a candle or two
Maybe.
or a tart. You got plenty of other tarts up there, right?
We do.
I can't do the coffee ones. Those
We
give
don't
me
have coffee.
instant headache. I can't do linen sheets, that cotton one. I
Okay.
was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But a lot of the
Or
course,
balsam fir.
yeah, yeah,
balsam.
No,
yeah.
apparently not.
But the cookies and Christmas
we have stuff
cookies
like
and
that.
pumpkin, and
We
those are
have
chubby
those.
kid delights right
Yeah.
there.
We have lots of food ones.
That's
And then we have
you're
fruit.
talking my
we
language
have food
now.
and fruity ones.
You're this is porch time language right here. I don't know why they've not come out with a bacon smelling one yet, because
They
that's
do
Right.
have bacon candles.
it's just grease and they put a wick in it and light
That'd be
it up.
kind of gross.
Ew.
That'd be so gross.
That's what it
That would be
is.
terrible. Could you imagine? Yeah, that would not smell good after a bit.
It's
That'd
bacon.
be, oh.
It is bacon. It would
I
smell
can't even
fine.
imagine.
Yeah, it would smell fine.
Oh, goodness.
Anything else you'd like to?
Well, then coming up in June, we also, I forgot to mention, we have our golf outing. So if people can start, we don't have it'll be the first 2 weekends in there. We're getting the date firmed up with our, with the venue, which I can't announce that yet either because, we haven't signed contracts and everything. So we got to make sure all that works out. But it'll be the first part of June. So if you're a golfer, keep that on, keep your eyes open. We're going to be putting foursomes together, getting some sponsors. We really would love some more. We'd like to get some sponsors because our outings are the big events are how we make our funding.
Well,
help
and
us
what they
continue.
could do is they could go to our golf event April 30th
Okay, and then
transition.
that would
a
be
couple
great.
months later.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should if you're okay with that,
I'm
we
just-
can bring some flyers up there and get people to register.
That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Where are you guys doing your golf outing?
Foxcliff.
Foxcliff? Oh, that'll be nice.
Mhm.
Will they have the restaurant open by then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So they could piggyback into ours on April 30th.
Okay.
Registration opens at 12. Shotgun start at 1, and then we can just distribute flyers
be
for your
great.
golf tournament.
Yeah.
See,
See,
I'm
we
easy
can
to
all
work
work
with.
together.
Aw.
Is that up on your page?
Yeah, I posted it.
No.
I-
It's
not on the actual LLC page, but I posted it everywhere today for
Yeah,
the
we're
first
just
time.
now
Everywhere.
getting
We're just getting it
now
out
getting
there.
it out there.
everywhere.
Everywhere. I've got like 13 sites, so
Okay.
at least.
Really?
Sounds like it.
Oh, I guarantee it. See, we had the foresight to put porch times in Columbus and Brown
yeah,
County
there's
and Franklin and Lebanon, and then those pages are slowly growing.
Okay. You're getting somebody to say something about you.
Channel 13 wishes.
That's right.
JB, who has better hair, Channel 13 or Porch Time? Set the record straight.
Well, we
This
don't-
thing will be a complete mop by June.
Yeah, well,
Oh, wow.
See, our first interview with Channel 13 was actually when they came down and did a piece on the Young Widows group. So that was in I think I wrote it down. I can't remember dates. We did 2018, and Scott Swan came down and did a piece. Did a wonderful job talking about the ladies and everything they did. So if people want to hear the stories, they can actually just find them on YouTube. We actually have a YouTube channel, so if people want to hear about the stories of the ladies we've worked with, they can go there and hear some good, heartwarming stories of the ways that we've been working with people and the impact we're making. So, and they can, like I said, hear that news story. It was a great news piece.
It was.
Scott came out and spoke at our gala that year as well, which we are bringing back our gala this year too. So I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Is that
Good.
Porch Time? See, thank you, JB. When is your gala? Later in the year.
It'll be later in the year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, make sure you let us know, and then we can either pop up there and go live
Okay.
pre or something
Yeah.
like that. So,
It'll be fun.
well, ladies, God bless you both.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish you nothing but success in this.
Oh.
I know that.
we did have 2 more we didn't smell.
Oh, we'll drag out the X saying goodbyes here, and then we'll
Yeah.
because we got a sniffy here. What is this
I
one?
couldn't smell that one very.
Which one? is
Amber?
that?
No, I smell amber.
Amber
Oh,
Nora.
you did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like that
I
one.
know it sounds horrible, but amber nor. I didn't smell that. I smell amber.
Smelled the. You
Sweet.
smelled
Oh,
the wax.
It's a bit. Yep.
Is it the lavender,
It's a lavender.
white sage, and yeah,
Oh.
yeah?
Too
People
strong for you?
people either really like that one or really don't.
It's not a bad smell. It just an 80s song takes your breath away. The cotton ones, the clean linen ones,
Yeah,
the
not your
hazelnut
thing.
bacon ones, and even the fingernail polish that my daughters use that when they do those certain odors, instant migraine. So
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
something
You don't want
chemistry
that.
wise. Yeah. I'm just messed up. That's all there is to it. It's the hair.
I don't think it's the hair. Okay.
Well, and thank you again for
Yeah,
coming
thank
in.
you.
We will get a hold of you. I'll have Bess send you some golf information
Yeah,
so you guys
please.
know when to be there.
Yeah.
You can get your flyers up there for that, and maybe
Okay.
we can. Because there's going to be 26 teams probably at ours,
Okay.
and that's the easiest way to say, "Hey, come play at ours." So
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yep.
Great.
we're gonna hit a pause button, and we're gonna have some fitness people in here because Lord knows I need it. So again, thank you to Peace Restored and Angie. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And you guys have a safe drive back to Mooresville,
Yep.
both of you.
Yep.
Yep.
And we will be, if I can find we'll be right back. All right.
Not sure how you had it all
That's okay.
packaged.
I know. Brought in plenty of things to get out of here. Wow.
You did great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You can tell you've done this many times.
Yes. Every time she comes in, she acts like she's nervous, and then I'm like, she does it better than me.
I don't know about that.
We are back. Better than ever. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Shifting gears, that's this one of these nights where we go from one topic to another. But totally different topic here as soon as I get done typing. First of all, thank you so much to Ann and Angie from Peace Restored. Two very wonderful ladies with hearts of gold that are doing God's work, and they were outstanding in here tonight. And I don't know, man, that just touches you when you hear stuff like that. So, but now something that I'm familiar with. He's gonna throw me out of here on my head in a minute. She probably could too. So, Bar's on fire. How you guys doing?
Yeah,
Great.
doing
Chris and
great.
Stacy?
No,
Oh,
Stacy.
Stacy. Where'd I get Stacy? Jessica.
Super close.
We're not even close. Where did I get Stacy?
I don't know.
Do I have a Stacy coming in tomorrow night?
No, no Stacy's.
Jessica, nice to meet you.
Yeah, Hey, Stacy's not here, but Jessica's here in her place.
That's
How about
right.
that?
There you
See,
go.
segue.
You thought Stacy was coming, but she's not.
I don't know where I got that. I think I got one coming in though. Anyway, you guys have a big event, a major event this weekend.
Yes. That's
First of all,
correct.
you guys do unbelievable work. Every time I drive past on Main Street, I go real fast because I don't want anybody to recognize me and point me out and say, "Hey, you need to be in here, Chubby." As I drive by, I'm not going to do it. But you guys are out there killing it, all weather, all year round, and
Appreciate that.
just amazing stuff. Great location.
It is.
The old
really
Goodyear
is.
building is
Next
what
to
I
the
remember.
admin
Yeah.
building. Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
You have a major event coming up this weekend. Can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about that?
Yes. Unlike the NBA or pro football, for CrossFit, anybody and everybody can kind of show up
Right.
and do a workout.
Mhm.
And if they do well enough during a couple different stages, they could make it to the CrossFit Games.
Really?
So it's called the CrossFit Games Open. And, basically anybody and everybody can do it. You can do the workout as prescribed. We can do it scaled. And there's actually a foundations class that's a little bit easier. Our oldest competitor is 70 years old,
I knew that.
Judy.
I knew that was coming.
And basically, we're going to marry that this year with the intramural. So if you think the game's open, you think leaderboard, because at the end of these 3 weeks, we'll be doing these workouts. You'll get a ranking where you are in the world, in the United States, the state of Indiana, your age group class, and you track that over the years.
Really?
Yes, and it really shows a great benchmark of where your fitness has gone or your fitness journey.
It really gives you something to shoot for, though,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, Jessica, why don't you tell everybody about your kind of the first year compared to where you are now as
How
far
long,
as
how
the
long
stats?
have you guys been involved with this?
Chris is longer.
Yeah, 8 years CrossFit.
Yeah, this will be Chris's 9th year. This will be my 6th year.
And did you work out a lot before? Were
No.
you yoga or track or just you just
I have absolutely no background.
no athletics, nothing like that?
I have a little bit of
I do,
fitness
yeah.
background.
But so what drove you to this level of training?
Yeah, so like Peace Restored, how they had talked about mental health, it was kind of a mental health driver for me.
Sure.
To be a fit mom, to be the best version of myself. So that was my driver. It wasn't about weight, like the number on a scale. It was just I just want to be the strongest version of myself for my children. But talking more about the intramural and the open, like I said, I started about 6 years ago. So the first year that I joined CrossFit, I was very new. It was 2 months into it, and I got the 23rd or 24th percentile in the world,
Really?
which is very low. So the opposite way is
Oh, okay,
very high.
okay. Yeah. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
she's in the top 24% already.
No.
Wow.
24%
I'm gonna try this.
is very, very low.
Right.
Last year, I almost hit the 80th percentile. It was
Oh,
wow.
wow.
78, 79, 80, somewhere around
That
there.
had to make you feel just outstanding.
Yeah, so for the
Wow.
past four or 5 years, you can see that progression. That's part of what we talk about in CrossFit is a linear progression. It's not, I'm going to do CrossFit for 3 months and I'm going to be the most fit person in the world. It's a progression.
No magic pill.
Yeah,
Right.
there's no magic behind it. And I mean, just because Chris has been doing it for 9 years and I've been doing it for 6, I'm always learning something new.
Right.
And so is everyone else. And watching people through that journey has been incredible.
You've had some folks come through there, and I know there's still there, Jeannie and others that have just amazing results.
Yep.
But I mean, this is something that chubby people like myself, I almost said fat kids like myself, don't want to hear. But that takes effort. And as a young man in the military, and after a little bit there for a while, before I let it all go downhill, it takes effort to stay at that and achieve that. So anybody that goes to your place, it's about effort, and you can see it, and the results are amazing, totally amazing. What you guys have done with I can name names that I'm not going to completely, but just incredible work you guys do down there.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you don't believe me, drive by there on a Saturday morning when everybody's going to get their McDonald's or their Burger King, and it's 7:00 and they're running laps around that building, whether it's snowing or raining or storming, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, it's not PT time already, is it? So
some people pray for that whenever they come. They're like, if it's not raining, you're not
challenge.
training,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right, Ryan McKee.
yeah, McKee, yeah, there's one. Yeah,
Yep.
that's good stuff.
Yeah. So back to Jessica's point, every year, including myself, we've jumped up in ranks thousands or 10,000s of people. And every year you just see those metrics jump up. And that's proof that you're getting healthy.
You're gaining, yeah.
Yeah, because it's all about the workouts. And if we're just pumping iron or isolating these muscles like doing curls or something, not that that's bad at all, but it's everything we're doing. There's nothing that we don't work on.
Right.
It's the mix of everything, including the times of the workouts, short sprints, medium workouts.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Thanks,
and
Ryan.
What's up,
longer
Ryan?
workouts.
Yeah.
So we mix all that, including with all the movements.
Yeah.
But this year, we're doing the intramural in conjunction with the open.
Mhm.
So we're bringing fun and community, and not so much about the leaderboard in our gym. Those who want to sign up for the open, that's great, and
Right.
they'll get those metrics. But we're going to focus on community and building our gym and positive mindsets.
That's awesome. When
Yeah.
does this kick off?
Friday night.
Friday
Friday night. Yeah.
How many people are you expecting there?
How many are on our sign-up sheet?
So we have
today?
currently 3 teams,
Yeah.
and each team has 13 people on it, minus one team. So if any members are listening, it's actually one short on my team. So we need to make sure we fill that one spot.
Melissa Gunn says hi, guys. Is McKee going? Because he could fill that spot.
Oh, yeah.
He's on my team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking, trying to help him out.
So we have 36 people that have signed up to do it, so they can do their workout on Friday night, or they can do it on Saturday between 12 and 2,
Sunday.
or Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Saturday.
That's awesome. Did you guys used to do the bench press? Do you guys do the bench press downtown where it was Artie Fest? Was that it? The bench press contest?
No.
Because he was
No,
in
that
it.
was something
And a
else.
quick story. He was in it, and they'd done a bunch or whatever. And I come walking over, and I'm standing with my brother, and I go, watch this. And so I started to play along. And McKee comes up, and I'm like, Yeah, and I knew how many he'd done or whatever it was, and I said, "Yeah, I got 35 in," and you can see him kind of look down, look around, look at me, and he's like, "Dude," and he's like, "I got him good that day." But he's a beast.
He is.
He runs all over.
He's super strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have just, it amazes me. 3 teams of 13, but you need another one.
I need one more.
Yeah. Yeah. So this week has been recruitment phase. And, we have just under 90 members in our gym. So we got, a little less than half to participate.
Yeah.
And some of these people are brand new. We got a couple months into CrossFit, and it can be intimidating if you let it.
Yeah.
But it's really more about it's just a workout. You're going to do it anyways. So why don't you do it with our community?
Jeannie's on right now.
So
that's another one that's really.
Jeannie?
Yeah, Martin.
Oh, okay.
She really. Yeah.
Hi, Jeannie.
We were doing stuff similar to this. Yeah, hi guys. It is unbelievable what she has done through you guys, and that's like the standard. I see her and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's
You've
amazing.
known Jeannie a long time, right?
Yes, very long time. Yeah. And then in the military, we were doing this years ago in the 80s, and I know I'm old. And then once you got out,
We're the same age.
yeah, but once you got out, they didn't do anything like that. There was nothing like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing, no Spartan, none of this. And I'm like, where was that at when I had that fire?
Exactly.
Because I would have loved it.
That's what I felt like I was missing all these years. And when I found out about CrossFit and went to one of the gatherings, it was like, where has this been? Because I did softball out of school. Yep. Raced some motocross and some off-road racing, and that was only every other weekend or something.
Right.
It wasn't something I could do every day, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
One time going.
And now it's his life.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, he's got a lot of people on his journey with him, though, too. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
kudos to you, too.
Yeah.
Because you took a personal goal and you're killing it. And still doing it in a lot. And there's not many people that would have lasted that long. Believe me.
Yeah, it's a total life change. It's not, I'm going to do this for 3 months and it's going to change my life, forever. It's one of those commitments that you stick with it. Being on quarantine, whenever our gym was on quarantine, the building physically shut down, but we still did Zoom calls, Zoom workouts.
Yes.
Where
Really?
it was coach led, and just because the physical building shuts down doesn't mean that we're
We
going
kept
to stop.
going.
We loaned out equipment, and
We did.
people took it home, and
That's awesome.
we kept trucking along.
Well, I mean, you stop doing that for 2-3 weeks, and that third or fourth week when you come back, your body lets you know, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hurts now. So
Yeah. So I mean, you're right. Jessica is our general manager. Her husband Josh is one of our coaches. We have 9 coaches now.
We have 9 coaches.
Yeah. So that's
oh wow.
that's pretty good, I think.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
And I have to ask this. With COVID, did the numbers go up in enrollments at all?
Initially, everything went down.
Yes.
And then now we're starting to see people get more excited about things going back to normal.
Right.
if you
And
will.
that's what I'm
It
leading
took a
to.
while.
Because many of us that don't exercise and sat at home because there's nothing going on, the COVID 50 is what we got. And I bet you those numbers go up as we break into spring and summer.
Yep.
I can see that. There's a
Yep.
lot of people, they're anxious to get out. I'm anxious to get to Cedar Creek. Some people are going to be anxious to get to Bars on Fire. And I think the number's going to explode, honestly. I think
Yep.
a lot of people are looking forward to exercising. Maybe not at that level yet, but gotta start somewhere.
Well,
you know?
they have all levels. They have beginner levels. and-
Yep.
Yeah, we could talk about that briefly.
Yes, please do.
On our programming, we every day, whether you're, I don't know, I don't want to call it by any means elite, but some of our advanced athletes are pretty much coaches and take a different route of the programming based on the overall workout. And we have a train level, a compete level, and a sweat level. So the compete level would be probably for some of the more advanced athletes, it's going to be harder. The movements are more difficult. The weight is heavier. The train is that track is more intermediate. I have a hard time talking sometimes.
You're fine. You're doing fine.
And then we have the sweat track. The sweat track is more for people that are brand new and haven't got quite acclimated to CrossFit yet. So all three of these tracks are displayed and discussed during the beginning of the workout. And the coaches help tailor the workouts for each individual. So our class sizes are small, they're between 5 and 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coach led, and it's basically tailored to each individual. So anybody and everybody can do this.
And again, what's the oldest?
70.
No, she's 73.
Oh,
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Thanks.
And
She looks 70.
I think we know her. I think we know her.
Gina's mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
So she signed up for both. I believe she signed up for the CrossFit Games Open and the intramural.
Wow,
That's
she did.
fantastic.
And she's team captain.
Yes, team
her
captain.
team.
Yeah.
Yes.
73-year-old.
Yes.
I'm not feeling bad at all.
So if
Very
someone
inspiring.
were to want to join the gym, what's the commitment? What are you signing up for a certain amount of time, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's a good point. We have no contracts. Everybody that's with us wants to be with us. If it's CrossFit, we have 2 programs, CrossFit and Boot Camp. But if it's CrossFit, you're going to go through a foundations classes, and those are really important. They're normally in really small groups, like 1 to 3, or personal training 1-on-1, and we go through everything from the air squat to the clean and jerk, some of the more complicated Olympic weightlifting movements.
Right.
So you get familiar with those, and we have short workouts at the end of each class. That gets them acclimated to be more confident, gets their heart rate up. So when they go into the standard group classes, they feel better. They not only feel better, they perform better. So these foundations classes is about 5 classes. There's 6-1 we do in the group with a coach to acclimate them with the group. So that's how that kind of works.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I like that.
And it's back to Jessica's comment. This is really a lifestyle change. So if you just want to go somewhere, work out, it's probably not your place. We want to change people totally from the inside out, and that's our goal. Other goals?
It works. There's evidence. I mean, Jeannie and her mom, right there. Not, it's proofs in the pudding, and her daughter,
Yep.
Mickey, just
Yes,
amazing,
yes.
amazing.
We had all 3 of them in there.
Yeah.
Of course, Mickey moved to Arizona, I believe.
And Kathy too.
Yeah,
sister.
Kathy too. Yeah.
But I mean, look what she's doing out there. It's just incredible the transformation that they did.
Yeah. Yep.
So Friday night it all begins.
Yes.
But if they want to be involved, they want to get a hold of you sooner than that, right?
Yeah.
So today's Wednesday, so tomorrow
Absolutely.
get on the horn.
Yeah, go to our website, barsonfirecrossfit.com,
Mm-hmm.
and you can schedule an appointment with me right off the bat.
Yeah, and I mean, really on Friday too, if someone was just interested in seeing like how things kind of go.
Right. You want to just come over and watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what time does it start? Friday, 5:30?
Mason too.
Yes.
Yes.
Mason too.
Sorry, Jeannie.
That's correct.
The whole family.
The whole family.
I can't guarantee it because I feel like we got a million shows this week. But if I'm not covered up in here Friday
Yeah.
night, would anybody be offended if I popped on in there with a camera?
We'll take anybody.
I
If
just
you
want to walk around and show. You know what I mean? This is the work they're putting in. I'm
Yeah.
not going there to work out. Come on now.
Well, I mean, it's going to be really cool to see because there's really, in my opinion, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to take time from your coaches and you guys. I just
You
want.
wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't. So each individual that is competing, in a sense, they are going to be kind of in a lane,
Okay.
and they're going to have an individual judge judging them
Really?
to make sure
Mhm.
that every rep that they do counts.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's a huge.
Each
thing.
judge has to pass basically
Course,
a judge's course.
Mhm.
So it's all legit. And
That's awesome.
yeah, turn it into CrossFit and get your rankings.
See
Where's-
where you rank.
Where's the next closest CrossFit gym? Like, so how big of an area do you have before you hit another?
I
CrossFit
think
gym?
Hoosier CrossFit in Bloomington would probably be
Okay.
Next
the next step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bloomington CrossFit,
Yeah, Plainfield is pretty close to us
District
too.
1 for the 35 CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Greenwood.
So you're the only one in Morgan County.
Yes.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions online or anything they'd like to add or say? Beth, do you have any more?
You want to tell people about boot camp?
The boot camp program is not like foundations. You can basically show up and hit the class immediately. They are tough, I will say, too. So our coaches know how to work with the new individuals that come in for the first time. So those are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 o'clock classes and 6:15 classes. Each class lasts an hour, and then Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
That is such a key with
Yes.
what's going on in the world today and what we've just come through.
Mhm.
And in relationship to the little group was in here before, Restore Peace, or Peace Restored, I should say. Mental health right now on everybody
Yeah.
needs a second look at. And things like this are so beneficial, not only body wise, but mentally wise, 100%.
Yeah, when we have people come into the gym, like they usually lay it all on the floor. You
Yeah.
know, all their emotions and everything is like bottled up inside, but you can take that out on a barbell or a kettlebell and just exhaust yourself to a really good feeling of defeat, like that you've accomplished something
Right.
greater than yourself.
Yeah, it really is important, and also I talk about this sometimes, but the workouts and the class is designed. You have to pay attention,
Right.
and when you do, you turn your brain off to everything outside of your surroundings.
Right.
When can you do that?
Yeah.
In life,
Yeah.
certainly not when I go to bed.
No.
Yeah.
and right, the mental health part. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit about positivity. We are breeding that positivity culture in our gym, and just this week we got these wristbands. They say, "Never whine, never complain, and never make excuses."
There you go.
And we've given to all members. And the idea was taken from CrossFit New England, and a lot of other gyms or CrossFit gyms have done this as well. So basically, it's about focusing what you're focusing on, right? If you focus on negative things, you're more apt to have negative
Sure.
things happen to you, and vice versa. Positive, you're going to have positive things happen to you. So that's kind of the idea behind the wristbands. And
Now, my idea of boot camp, and I'm sitting here thinking, to motivate me, even as an 18-year-old kid, I want a brown round stuck in my face, and some of the words that are going to be said to me at that point in time. That's just what that's the motivation that I'm used to. He knows. He was in. So I'm sure. Is it boot camp like that, McKee, or is it some? I mean, the motive, when you have no idea what you can do as a human being, when a 5'4" guy that can eat through a wall is screaming at your face and beaming your face with a brown round. It's a drill sergeant cap. And you have no idea, and you can't do 20 push-ups before you got there, and by the end of the day, you've done 500, and that's not exaggerating. And you can't move your arms the next morning, but somehow you do it all over again the next day. That's what, a long time ago, when I first got out, I said, they need something like that. We have a boot camp where we had and you guys are doing it. A thing where you really motivate people like that. People need that motivation. You got to step outside your boundary. You got to step outside your box.
Absolutely.
And until you do not know what your limits are. You've only been taught that box, and that's all you know. And until you busted those walls, believe me, I didn't know. And when I hit that and further on in my career, running 7 miles a day wasn't an issue, and doing this and that wasn't an issue. But you don't realize you can do it. But I mean, like I said, when somebody's yelling at your face and beating your forehead in with the hat as they're yelling at you, you're like, oh, I can do another 400 push-ups, sure. As the day goes on.
So
that happens to all of us.
You come to our boot camp classes. You got 1 out of the 3 chances that Ryan's going to be your coach.
Oh wow!
Ryan is one of our sub coaches.
Who's the other 2?
His wife, Amanda.
And
so she's going to pawn me off on him because he's going to want to kill me. That's why. See, he posts that and doesn't say anything. Hey, just come to boot camp.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got little Debbie's and chocolate milk there. Show up. We can make that happen. Oh, I know. That would be that would be a blast. It would kick in the gear that you got to go, don't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to pick up Devin from basketball.
All right. See you,
Well, we're
trying to sneak
close
out.
anyway, though. We're close, so.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Amanda.
Oh.
I'm coaching it is. That's awesome.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
no problem.
So Friday night, I'm going to try to pop down.
Yeah,
Beth, thank you.
anytime.
I'll call you. Be safe going home.
I will.
It's getting nasty out. So you
So
guys in town?
I'm in town.
Okay.
I'm Painted Hills.
Okay.
Yeah,
Too far.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Friday night, I will. That is more girly. I'll try to pop in there.
Yeah, do.
And how long does it last till Saturday? On Saturday, all day.
Sunday is noon to 2.
Sunday may be a better option then because
Okay.
if I don't work, I'll probably head to church for a little bit and then pop in there.
Okay.
So
There's going to be a lot more people on Friday night.
see,
Everybody pretty much went for Friday night and filled up that sheet.
It's completely full.
that's awesome. I'll do my best. I don't want to say
Even if
I'll
it's
be
for
there.
a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
it's okay.
It's
That works
it's
for
gonna
you.
be good.
Just to get some pub and how often you guys do this?
Every year.
Yeah,
It's going to be
every
so
year.
it's a yearly thing. So next year,
Same
excuse
thing.
me, I don't even know when you send that. I get so many messages
That's okay.
and I have to filter through them. And then when I was like, wait a minute, that's this weekend. Can you come in tonight? Sure. Good to go. Because I have 2 in tomorrow night, and it's kind of Doc Applegate's coming in, and then Artesian Little League coming in.
Ah.
So I was like, I don't want to 3 them in one night. And your show's Friday night. Your deal's Friday night.
But if you can't make it this Friday night,
What about next Friday?
next Friday, or
Or
the
the-
following. So this is
This
3
goes-
weeks.
yeah.
So it's 3 weeks.
Mm.
This is 3
Friday,
weeks.
Saturday, Sunday, 3 weekends
Yep.
in a row.
So it's Friday and Sunday. I misspoke whenever I said Saturday.
Okay, so Friday, Sunday.
Yes.
And you guys can't wait for this.
We're ready.
Every year it's like Christmas time for me.
Hydrating, carbon up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
No, what are you doing? Come on. What are you doing to prepare?
You are always prepared. Like that's the whole purpose behind CrossFit.
So you're ready.
Yeah, you're
Prepared for
always,
the unknown.
yeah, you're always prepared for the unknown. Chris knows that better than anybody right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop in there. I want to see this, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm coming in regular clothes because no one's going to drag me into something. But
Now, if I know that you just said that you're gonna come. If you don't show up, I'm gonna be like calling you.
I'll be there because I think you'd come knock on that door and be like, and you'd send him down here.
Yeah.
and,
I'll
he'd
send
kick my door
somebody.
in.
I'll send Judy down here.
No, she'd yell at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, any of those weeks, the Friday nights are going to be most popular. If anybody is interested to see what it looks like, come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll get a snapshot.
Yeah, did you hear? Listen what he just said. If you want to come in and check it out, stop in there Friday night or Sunday for the next 3 weeks. He knows where you live now exactly. Stop in there and you just be an observer. Because this is and cheer them on, obviously, because there'll be a lot of people getting a lot of hard work.
There'll be families there supporting their
That's
loved
fantastic.
ones. Yep.
No food truck outside or anything like that.
We do not have a food truck lined up. Sorry.
We are big eaters, so I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, because you burn it off in no time. Probably all protein.
Clean food for the most part. Yeah.
Well, guys, it's impressive. And good luck, as Mike says, Friday night and Saturday. And I will try to come down there and film you guys.
So we do have another event.
Oh,
So-
I did not know this. Let's hear it.
I think we should let everybody know. So 2 years ago, Officer Brianne Leaf, I'm sure you might be familiar with her. She's with IMPD and she lost her life serving her community. And we honored her that first year remotely. Everybody did a workout from their home, and we had our Zoom phones on us and did this run and did the rest of the workout. So we did the first one remotely. A year ago, we did it again, and we invited the community. So we invited outside police departments. So we had Rushville join us, and we had IMPD join us as well, and several other friends. So it was a great turnout. So that is coming up. April 9th is the 2-year mark.
Yes.
So we will have that
We'll do it again.
Now, is it a run or is it several events?
No, it's just one day. So it will be on a Saturday, probably in the morning. I'll definitely put an invite and everything together for it again. But there's a run involved in it. There's burpees in it.
Yeah.
And
Those
then,
are fun.
And then a couple other movements, I believe.
If you make a flyer, put it on the page or send
I
it to me and
will.
I'll put it on the page.
I will absolutely do that.
Believe me. And let me know, because my page, if I post something, people see it more often than not, and let me know and I'll tag it or share it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's a good deal there. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Last year we got to honor her family and visit her.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was a really great, humbling experience for us as individuals and the community all alike.
It's April 11th, don't you?
9th.
April 9th. Yeah.
Yep.
April 9th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think last year we probably had the entire gym and outside full of people.
Yes.
I think there was 40. Was it about 40?
I think there were like 50.
50?
Maybe. I don't know. It was a lot of people.
All at the same time.
Whenever you drive by there, you see like people inside the CrossFit area, inside boot camp, and then they're bringing ab mats and everything outside
on the parking lot.
on the parking lot. So we left the parking lot completely open.
That's awesome.
And didn't have anybody park there, so that way athletes could be outside if the weather was nice or if it was bad. It didn't
Wait
matter.
a minute. If you're not training, if it ain't raining, it
Yeah.
matter. Yeah.
That's correct.
That's Ryan's comment too.
That's correct.
That's an awesome deal.
Yeah.
To honor her like that, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
That's a big-
Keep us
big
informed of that
part.
one too, and we'll definitely spread the word on that one, and then try to show up that day also, and show some of what you guys do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been appealing, but I know it's effort, and I know where I was and where I am and what I lost in between there, and to get back to that's effort. And sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't.
Yep.
And especially when you had it before and you lost it, you know what it takes.
Everybody starts somewhere.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's those
The key knows
small,
what I mean. Oh, what is this?
small steps at a
Okay.
time.
Okay. Explain to Betty what stars are. Yeah, incremental.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
That's the best
Defibrillators.
approach. Yeah.
We have one if it's needed.
Yes.
It would be. Start, Kevin. That's all you got to do. Listen, Jeannie's yelling at me.
I'm gonna send her over here if you don't show up.
Yeah.
Heck.
We won't make you do anything. But it is nice to see, what it is that we're doing.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, some people have no idea what this looks like.
Yeah.
55 years.
50 plus, I bet you he's
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Yeah.
For the event. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, that's a big part, of our whole goal is to really, the big picture is helping Martinsville become healthier.
well, a world. Our country is the most obese, sugar addicted country on the planet.
Yep.
And there's only one way to stop that.
That's right.
There's no quick pill. There is no instant. It's about effort.
No.
And that's we all. And I'm as guilty, believe me, as sin on all that.
Yep.
But it's about effort and wanting to change your lifestyle as she did, and for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta invest your soul and invest in yourself to do this.
Yes. And we talk about motivation sometimes, and some people say, I'm not motivated. I can't get out of this dark place that I'm in. I don't believe in motivation. Motivation is temporary. It's the habits that are going to get you to where Jeannie and Jessica are. I mean, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's habits of forcing yourself to come to the gym when you got kids sports. Her and Josh run their two kids everywhere, more than anybody I've ever seen.
I see them all over.
And they
I see them
still
everywhere.
and they
Normally
still
I'm eating and they're doing something.
they
but yeah.
still make it to the gym.
Yeah.
We got one guy that's been with us almost a year now, Brian. He works at Ford in Louisville. So he gets up at 2:30 in the morning, drives to Louisville, Ford plant, works 8 hours, drives back, and comes to CrossFit.
That's dedication.
It is.
No excuses.
No excuses.
She's hardcore. I can sense this. And Ryan said she's a beast, so yeah, he's spot on.
Yeah,
So.
I remember when Jessica came in that front door for the first time.
Thank you, Beth.
She's changed much since then.
Well, guys, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Don't let me forget any of those dates coming up.
I won't.
Post flyers. Yell at me if you have to. Friday night and then Sunday for the next 3 weeks. And we'll see if we can
Okay.
get over there at least. Cover on for opening night. It's going to probably be your biggest. So
Yeah.
and especially on the 9th. I want to definitely show up for that.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
great.
a good deal.
Okay.
So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's a busy show in here. Lots of good information, not only from Peace Restored, but Bars on Fire.
CrossFit.
Yeah, CrossFit. See now, he's sending me back. Guys, thank you so much. Love you guys. Tomorrow night we got Artesian Little League, and we got Doc Applegate is going to dry needle Corey. That's all I'm saying. Love you guys.
Oh, Brandon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. Sweet.
So yeah, you guys familiar with
Try
him?
needling.
Yeah.
it's good
No,
stuff.
thank you.
Sign me up.
You
We'll see you
like it.
guys later. No.